Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 48, and today we are starting things off above the giant hole that we created in the previous episode of Hermitcraft. As you can see, we've cleared out all of the water, we've placed in all of the glass, and we've also cleared out all of the blocks right the way down to bedrock, and we've started building up the foundations of what is going to be our creeper farm. So in today's episode, we're going to be doing all of the redstone, we're going to be getting this thing up and running, and hopefully by the end of today's episode, we should have a bunch of creeper drops. That's what I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we can actually pull this off and we can get this up and running, all of the items being transported over to that island over there. You know, I have high hopes. I think we're going to be able to do it. So here we are in the testing world, and as you can see, we have got all of the platforms obviously fully set up and things. Now there's a lot of trapdoors going on, and they're kind of in a bit of a strange order. So we're going to have to work with that, and then obviously we've got all of the trapdoors on the top. That's to make it so that it only spawns creepers. And one thing that I've been informed of is that the hitbox of these cobblestone walls has now changed. So instead of building those, I now need to build up pillars that go to the ceiling out of something like glass or something, just to prevent spiders from spawning, and then it will be a creeper-only farm. But other than that, yeah, should be plain and simple. This is actually going to be quite expensive. I had not realised how expensive trapdoors were. I don't even know if that's going to be enough. I mean, how is it that 4 pieces of iron create this thing right here, when 9 pieces of iron can create a full block? Look at this. I mean, seriously, I think that you should get 4 iron trapdoors for the iron that you put in to make a trapdoor, so it's kind of 1 piece of iron per trapdoor. That makes a lot more sense to me. Anyway, I think this is how it's meant to go. I've lined this up so that it's the same as what it is in Nembomb's world, so hopefully everything is correct here. But I'm just going to go through and place in all of these right the way up to the top. You know, I don't know if there's anything more satisfying than getting the perfect number of things that you require to build the project. That feels very good. That feels very, very good indeed. It hurts my heart a little bit because I secretly thought that I wouldn't need to use all of those trapdoors that I've just spent half a stack of iron blocks buying, which is the equivalent of, what, 3 diamonds? But, you know, that's life. Anyway, this thing is now done. Right, let's get all of the wooden trapdoors in place. Now, I wonder, is this place restocked? I'm hoping it is, because we are going to need tons of wood. Ooh, not good. And I think, yeah, 2 diamonds per stack for stripped logs. Alright, I guess we'll have to go over to Rendogs. Oh boy! Okay, well that's very handy. I am going to buy 9 stacks of logs. I have no clue how many trapdoors that's going to create, but hopefully that's enough. So this is what each one of our platforms is going to look like. We've got all of our pillars in place. They're all in the correct order, which is actually quite simple to work out. Once you've built it, it will make sense. And then also we have got all of the trapdoors on the roof, which is also very, very simple. The only thing that does get tricky is placing them on these trapdoors here, because obviously you have to remember to place them there as it's not obvious. But I'm sure I'll get the knack of that, although I have to say, it's not the prettiest build in the world, is it? I mean, this thing isn't going to win any awards for beauty, that's for certain. Anyway, we've got to do this for all of our, what, 7, maybe 8 layers? So let's get to it. And I gotta say, once I got into the rhythm, I absolutely flew through this thing, and we now have all of them in place. That is our top layer right there. We are going to build a roof over the top of this thing to keep it dark. So then, of course, I will place in the trapdoors for this top layer here. But one thing that I will say, and you heard me complaining about iron trapdoors, wooden trapdoors are just as bad. I used pretty much all 9 stacks of my wooden logs. Like, that was 9 diamonds. 9 diamonds worth of wooden trapdoors have gone into this build. That is utterly ridiculous. It's totally crazy. Anyway, what comes next? I guess we need to place in all of the water. So we need to put the water into all of the probably not going to put the water into the dispensers just yet, because there's a high likelihood that that's going to mess up as soon as we start doing the redstone, but we do need to do all of the water for the bottom collection system. Well, I just had the biggest freak out. Wow. I looked at this and I just thought to myself, you know, there's no way that the creeper is fitting through that gap when they're just cruising along on the water. But it turns out that, yeah, the design has a 2-block high gap. I was well and truly ready to just take down this entire thing and start from the beginning. I've just put all the minecarts back into this thing, and it's still not picking up items in certain spots. It's really, really strange. Let's have a look. That explains it a little bit. So, for like the 4th time, I've now replaced all of the magma blocks with all of the minecarts in place, and as far as I can tell, it is now working properly. Every single one of these is now picking up items nice and quickly, which means that any creepers that die on here, their items are going to be picked up real fast and transported into our storage system. And as you can also see, we've got all of the water going around as well, which is going to be pushing all of our creepers into the middle here so that they'll die on these magma blocks. Everything is going well so far. I'm trying to think of what else needs to be done. Where do all my water buckets go? So there's 2 there. There's none there. And there's none there. I would say I have crafted probably about 100 buckets this season. That's a realistic estimate. Wait, hang on, what? So I've only crafted 12. There's no way that can't be right. I refuse to believe I've only crafted 12 buckets in this entire season of Hermitcraft. Right. Let's see what happens here. So I'm going to craft 6 extra buckets. And now the total's gone up to 18. I've only crafted 12. How many times have I mentioned that I've lost all my buckets? It turns out I just didn't have any buckets in the first place. You know, I don't think I've ever been so embarrassed. I'm really embarrassed of that, because that has been like a running joke for many episodes now. Anyway, I'm quickly going to clean up all of these platforms, and then we're going to give this thing a tester. And go. So the repeater's running up. That is looking promising. Okay, it has to be in subtract mode. And then it's cleared up. And I think that is the redstone clock now working. Yeah. So there we go. And it will all clear out. And then if we turn off this comparator here, I'm assuming, yeah, the redstone clock will just stop running. Very nice. Okay, excellent. So the farm itself is built. That is it. That's everything constructed. This thing should now be working. I just have to cover this thing over with slabs, and then we're done. Oh, and of course I have to do this top platform, but then it will be functioning. Oh, and then of course we have to do all of the item transportation as well, and the storage system for all of the drops. So I guess, you know, there's still a lot to do. This is likely to cause a massive lag spike. No, my computer's better than I thought it was. Anyway, it's now built. We're now constructed. The farm is done. So I'm going to go up to y equals 128 over the top of the center of this farm, and I'm going to see it functioning, and I'm going to log in with my second account, and we'll see, hopefully, all of the creepers spawning. Now, I'll be totally honest, I don't know if you guys understand quite how nervous I am right now. I'm really nervous. I hope this is working. Okay, not the best of starts. I haven't actually turned the redstone clock on. But we do have creepers, but not actually that many of them, which is also worrying. Okay, no. We've got a few spawning. Now that that's all fixed up, mobs don't exactly seem to be flying out of this thing. But that could be something to do with all of these unlit caves that are around here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but they are all full of water though. Like this, apart from this, they're all full of water. I don't know what to say about that. I really don't know what to say. I mean, yeah, there are a few spawning. There are some Oh, was I just too far away? I couldn't actually see the mobs. Ha! Hang on a second. I can't believe I just did that. I just poured water over all of the redstone for this thing. I mean, why did I think that was a good idea? And I've got to wait for this thing to come down. Good grief. A few bits have changed. So I've dropped the platform a little bit, and I've also made it so that the dirt blocks on the top there are now glass. They're non-spawnable blocks. I think that could play a role. Yes, that's a little bit more like it. Okay, so we're getting a handful of creepers popping through each time, which is very, very good to see. All right. Fear over. We are generating gunpowder automatically now. Yes. Now what I thought would be cool is to do a quick time lapse of me AFKing at this thing for around about an hour. I think I was AFK for a total of an hour and 5 minutes, and I put the camera count down at the bottom so that you could see all of the creepers flowing into this thing. And I have to say, so I actually feel a little bit bad because when I first looked at the farm, I was kind of like, oh, there's not that many creepers, it's not really doing that well. I was watching back some of the time-lapse footage, and it's pretty insane how constant the creepers coming in is. Like, the creepers, you kind of get 4 or 5 at a time, but then I think at some point, one of the players left. I think Zombie Cleo was online, and I think she left halfway through, and there were points where you could tell that she'd gone into the nether, because then suddenly, it was just torrents and torrents of creepers pouring down into the bottom. And yeah, it was completely insane. So this farm is going to work. It's actually going to work. I'm so pleased that all of my diamonds aren't going to be going to Tango anymore. I mean, we still got to buy iron, okay? Until we get ourselves a sweet iron farm, then iron is still going to be purchased by me. But rockets. We're going to be rolling. We're going to be rolling in rockets, and I'm sure that's going to make Grian very happy as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the little time lapse. Now let's pop back onto the Hermitcraft server. And bad news. Ladies and gents, we have a situation on our hands. I've been slain by a phantom. So I disconnected from the server because I came upstairs to look at my screens, and all of my stuff was still there. So this is good, but it's also very bad, because it means that it could potentially despawn. Hopefully I'm not loading it right now, but I need an elytra. Right, these are my firework rockets, okay, and I sincerely hope I'm gonna have to land on this block perfectly. No. All my items are gone. I've lost everything, including that Riptide Trident. I've lost everything. And I'll be honest, I don't even understand how, really. Because phantoms shouldn't spawn if you have a block over your head, and even when they do spawn, I wouldn't have thought it would be able to get me inside that. But it did. And now I have nothing. Well, regardless, that was bizarre. The creeper farm is doing very well. I mean, yeah. Oh, do these guys get killed by the conduit? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's difficult to get excited over this sort of thing when you've just lost all your items. Oh, I should really have put my stuff in the chest, but I just didn't think I would need to. I didn't think it through. Well, I mean, yeah, okay, so I'm down in the dumps, very much down in the dumps. I'm going to rebuild up, I guess, my equipment and things like that. But I think, oh, hang on. Okay, I mean, we still have a trident. I really want that I want Riptide back. Riptide was amazing. I would like it again. But yeah, I think what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go to something that I did earlier on. So you may notice I still have all of my equipment in this clip, where we go and relocate my mustache. My mustache has been returned. Let's return to being positive. Oh, now this could come in handy. Okay, I think it's time to go and get my mustache back because I'm sick and tired of my upper lip being cold.
All right, Mumbo. Hello.
How's it going?
It's good. I found your moustache.
Yeah, I've been wondering where on earth that is for like the past couple weeks. Well, I think it's been about a week and a half that I've been mustacheless. And yeah, if you look at the tab screen, it doesn't suit me. It really doesn't.
No, it does. It does. You do look like a bald chipmunk. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it's not a good look for me in the slightest. So yeah, if you could help me out and just try and find this thing.
I found it. Do you know where the Halloween district is by any chance?
You know what? I'll be totally honest. I've heard of it, but I haven't actually been there yet. So
I see where your problem lies. If you've never been there, right? I'll come down to the main area and I will lead you on a merry chase.
All right, that sounds good. I'll pop into the Nether Hub then. I'm assuming the Nether Hub's probably the way to go, and then we can go.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, okay.
Oh, that's an unfortunate.
Yeah, it really doesn't suit me. Like if I take, it looks wrong. It looks wrong on many levels. I think Voldemort has been thrown around quite a lot.
That is a really bizarre look. Okay, we need to get this on you as fast as possible. This way, through the Nether.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just a case of following the path, really.
Right.
But
so it's actually
as soon as you get out of there, you'll see it.
Right.
Sorry?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with this machine is that you never know where it's going to end up, and we also found out that you never know where it's going to, well, how big it's going to be. So the first time we used it, it went onto Grian's face, which was, I mean, if you think this is an unfortunate look for me, you should see Grian rocking my mustache. It's not a good look in the slightest.
Well, Grian, it may have aged him up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
He does look about 12.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. You're right. He actually does. It's true, but the problem is that Grian has very low eyeballs. I don't know if you've noticed this, but his eyes sit very low on his face. So the mustache actually came up to his eyeballs, which it was bizarre. It was a bit of a strange one.
That is quite unfortunate. Okay, through the portal into the spooky swamp.
Okay, well we're about a month late. Well, I'm about a month late into this place.
Yeah, I've only just finished my Halloween build. You need to come up the stairs.
Right, okay.
Either side is good. And then... you got the right side.
I see.
Death. I mean, I've been doing my Halloween build, which is that house over there.
Right, yeah.
So, when I logged on, it was kind of like, oh, right, okay.
I think that might be a moustache.
That's possibly a moustache.
Wow! I mean, that looks absolutely amazing.
It is quite epically large.
All right. Well, I guess we should probably. I can't actually. I don't know if Grian's explained how we get this back on. I think we have to do. Well, I guess I'll pick up all the blocks and then I can put it into my little machine that will chuck it back onto my face.
You have a special machine, okay?
Yeah.
I'll try and collect the blocks then from down here since you're already up there.
Yeah.
Because you have one of the mega tridents.
Yep, yeah, I've got one of the... You know, I complained about these things. I feel so bad because I moaned about this Riptide Trident for the longest time. I was complaining that it's absolutely terrible, it doesn't make any sense. Even when I went to Minecon, I was on the panel for Hermitcraft and I blasted the Trident on the panel in front of Mojang.
Oh!
And then,
that seems like it would be embarrassing.
And then it's only recently that I've worked out how useful it is. And every single episode, pretty much, I've just been talking about how great I think this trident is to hopefully make up for it, so Mojang don't get too upset with me.
So they don't get a bit upset. Right, okay, so there is your moustache.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay, so how are you going to do this?
Yeah, I think I've got to build some form of machine. So I think I'll probably just. I mean, we've got the moustache. I've got the blocks in my inventory. So what I'll do is I'll leave you be, and I will. I'll dispense it onto my face. I think that's what Grian said has to happen.
Dispense it onto.
Yeah, it's all a bit strange, right? It's all a bit strange. But do you know how much Do you know how much we got paid for this moustache relocation?
No, please tell me.
Well, Jevin misread the book. Okay. So it's meant to be 3 stacks of diamonds, which is already ridiculous. Me and Graham were laughing at how much we were charging for the Mustache relocation, but Jevin misread it and has paid us 3 stacks of diamond blocks.
Oh, that's not. You realise that means he can do it like another 8 times.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he might now have credit. He might have just done a bulk purchase.
I think that's what he's done, because this moustache is never. He's going to hold your moustache to ransom at some point. I totally would do that.
Oh man, well I'm gonna be moustacheless for the rest of the season then, because that's a lot of times. Oh man, that's not gonna be fun. And this should do it. Oh my word, I'm so much more handsome. So there we have it, guys. I think that's going to wrap things up for today's Hermitcraft episode. Yeah, not exactly the best situation to be in. Okay, so we have to look at the positives here. I've got my moustache back, and I have a wicked creeper farm now. So we've got both of those things rocking and rolling, but I have absolutely no armor. I have no tools or anything. I mean, I have tools, and I have some pretty decent ones. So I guess, yeah, we're gonna have to get ourselves a whole bunch of new gear. But it always puts a sour taste in my mouth when I die and I lose all of my stuff. So I think for today we're gonna end. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please also hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. I'm just gonna go and cry now.